All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Alpha Red Comic Channel. Usually we're just on YouTube, but I'm hoping that we're also streaming on Facebook. If somebody could check Facebook, I'm having problems with I've been having problems all day. So what's new, right? What's new? So I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I want to say us because there's somebody in the green room, and I've been talking to him. So thank you for hanging out with us. I have the writer of Alpha Red #6 on with us, so I am excited to introduce you to him. So let me see if there's anybody here. If there's anybody here, you can say hello, and then I can say hello to you, and then I can bring um, Ray on. So we are here because Alpha Red #6 is going to launch in uh, in just minutes. 28 minutes, guys. 28 minutes. I'm so excited because there has not been a new Alpha Red since May of 2023. So to bring this to you before the year turns 2025, I'm so excited about. So, and I couldn't have done it without Ray. And we'll tell you the story of how that happened. Uh, Hopefully, our memories match. And let me see, live video. Yes, hit the live video. I want to see it. Can I can I see it off to the side here or not? Just in case somebody's saying hi. Uh, did you lose me? Did I lose me? Did I lose me? It's been all kinds of bad, guys. It's been all kinds of bad. Uh, this afternoon, I've been trying to work it all out, but okay. So that's working. If somebody could give me a thumbs up on the X, that would be fantastic too. But we're not going to wait. We're not going to wait. I'm just going to start talking about Alpha Red. Whoop. Let me start talking to me. All right. I can't tell. We're not gonna wait. We're just gonna go full bore, guys, because 8 o'clock ain't waiting. No, sir. We're gonna click them all on at 8 o'clock anyway. But before that, we want to talk to Ray. We're gonna ask him a lot of questions. Who are you? He'll tell us all about how he comes up with stories and how we all met. So without further ado, Mr. Ray MacKay, welcome
Hi.
to the Alpha Red Comic Channel. What's going on, Ray?
Um, Not a lot. Excited to be here. Excited for Alpha Red
Ray
6 launch.
has spent all day in classes, so he's a college student. So we're gonna have to cut him a break here. Cut him. Are you
Yeah.
having any technical difficulties on your end, Ray? Because I see myself spinning, and so I don't. We're just gonna plow forward.
You're cutting it in and out a little bit on my stream, and I just see one of the comments over here that says you're a bit
Tell us
in
a
and
little
out.
bit about yourself, as long as you're not freezing. Hopefully, we're not. Hopefully,
You're freezing a little bit for me. I don't know if that's just my computer, but you've
I
frozen
can't hear
for
you,
me.
Ray. Okay,
Um,
so that makes sense because you were talking and I couldn't hear you. So hopefully you can hear me, and then we can start over and you just go.
um,
Okay.
are
The
you
technical
good?
difficulties. Go ahead and just tell us about yourself and just assume that everything is working.
Okay, fingers crossed. Hi everyone, I'm Ray MacKay. I'm a Canadian college student, comic book writer, hockey player, and all around sort of a comic book and movie enthusiast. And I'm really excited to be writing issue 6 of Alpha Red Comics.
We are definitely having some technical difficulty, Ray. So we're
Yeah.
just gonna try to uh, here, and I am just clicking on some uh, some friends who are showing up. Thank you, Ralph, for showing up. Matthew Hasso is in the house.
All right,
I'm sure
Matthew.
he's here more for you than for me, but I like him too, so we can and,
Oh,
well,
awesome
just
guy.
welcome, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. So,
Yeah.
man, I wish that, Yard Stream was not as glitchy and stuff. So Ray, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me how you discovered Alpha Red.
Um, well, it's funny that Matthew's here because the way I discovered Alpha Red is through sort of a very similar comic book company, Grok Comics. I'm sure you're familiar with them, but for
I
the
am, I
rest of
am.
our viewers,
Yep.
they're another sort of independent superhero comics company, and
Mhm.
I noticed Alpha Red stuff either popping up on their page, whether it was you commenting on it or sort of Grok shouting you out or you shouting Grok out and then Grok sort of reposting it. It's sort of Alfred slowly sort of made its way into my consciousness. And
Success. Success.
yeah, uh, it worked.
What is a
Um,
grok? What is a
and
grok?
I
That is
had, um, and
that
sorry.
no, no, no. I'm just, trying to comment to Matthew's, comments. He's, asking what is a grok? Whoop, whoop. What's going on,
I'm
David?
sure he
Thank you for
knows.
showing up, brother. It's been a while. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm sure he's just pulling your leg.
Just a little bit. I mean, I do
Go ahead.
have, one of his comics for Grok Comics right here, so I hope he knows.
So
Um,
you were into, Alpha Red just, tangentially as a follower of what Bill was doing with Grok Comics, and I gotta say that was a strategy of mine. I was like, "This Bill guy, he's got it going on. Let me go in here and tap hopefully I can ride his coattails a little bit," and I snagged a Ray MacKay out of it. So fantastic.
yeah,
So,
and,
what do you
so go ahead.
about reaching out Go ahead. What do you remember about reaching out to me I'll let you tell the story.
Um, I this was it could be as late as November of last year. I remember when I got the job exactly sort of, I remember exactly where I was when I got the job. I don't remember exactly when I applied, but I know I sort of like I looked up some of the Alpha Red stuff. I read some of it. I thought it was cool, and I sort of just shot Alpha Red a message and said, "Hey, I've written some stuff for Grok Comics. I know you guys are sort of you guys operate sort of in some of the same circles, like similar arenas. I just could I send you some of my samples and, just keep me in mind for the future." I'd love to think I was that articulate when I said it as well. Um, and
You were articulate enough, apparently, at
articulate enough.
go ahead.
And I sent you a couple of the previous things I've done. I'm not 100% sure which ones. I know it was one or two of the things I did for Big Bang Comics, which I think you thought were pretty cool. And I remember you reached out to me. It was like December 22nd. It was like I had just finished my exams, and it was like the day I was moving home from college for Christmas break. And I had like 1 day left before my gym pass expired, so I went to just do a quick workout before sort of I left, and then I sort of get this message from Alfred Comics, "Hey Ray, how do you feel about sort of doing this, this, this?" And I'm sort of like texting you because I'm very interested in the opportunity, but also there's a line for the bench presses, so it's sort of text, text, text. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Text, 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 text. Okay, add another five on each side. One, two, three, four, five. And yeah, a great conversation in between my weight sets, which was a lot of fun.
Okay. I did not know that was happening on the other line. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you hit me you hit me at a good
Sorry, go
time
ahead.
because I was hitting, some writer's block, and, I remember I was trying to pitch you on writing the story that I had in mind, and you didn't
Yeah.
sound very enthusiastic about it. So I was like, "Well, alright, tell me what you got." And within a very short amount of time, I wanna say 2 or 3 hours, you shot me, 3 different plots for Alpha Red, and I don't know what stories you were gonna use those plots for, but it to me, they sounded enough like Alpha Red to me. So that's how I remember it without all the bench pressing.
I mean, as far as I can recall, you sort of sent me the outline
So,
for
do you what else do you remember?
oh, well, to the best of my recollection, I remember you sent me an outline, and I remember reading it, and I remember you mentioned, like, Silence of the Lambs was sort of a big inspiration for this, future story, details of which I will try to keep very sparse so I don't accidentally spoil something for the future, and I remember you described it as sort of a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing, which was an immediate hook for me. I love that movie. I think it's one of the best movies, like one of the greatest horror movies ever made, and also probably one of the best movies ever made.
Mhm.
Um, Funnily enough,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
favorite character in that movie isn't Clarice or Lecter. I really like Scott Glenn as Jack Crawford. I genuinely do believe Scott Glenn's one of the greatest character actors ever, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I remember we were sort of throwing ideas back and forth, and I wasn't like 100% sure how I would approach the story you had for me initially. And I guess you could probably sense that because you sort of came to me and said, I think I'd prefer to write this one. Do you want to pitch me some ideas? And I think that was probably a better sort of decision for both of us because I still remember sort of your outline for this. And I think you could write that uh, better than I could, kind of thing. And also, that story is going to sort of like tie very deep into the sort of the lore from issues 1 to 5. And I think it's kind of fun that we've got almost like a little bit of interlude for issues 6 and 7, sort of with a bit
Yeah.
more crazy action as opposed to sort of maybe a more psychological story.
Yeah. So that
How did I
was,
do?
I think part of the yeah, no, that was great. So I do think that was the part of the, writer's block that I was having because the story that I had in mind had darker themes, and I didn't want to have darker themes in this next, issue. And so when you came at me with those 3 pitches, they were very, very actiony and very fun and very it's more of a the spy aspect
Mhm,
of Alpha Red with more of the James Bond-ish, with the gadgets and the
mhm,
supervillain and things like that. So I was definitely drawn to that in your story where it was lighter, funner. Yeah,
mhm. I
that's a
remember
writer's word, right? Funner.
Funner works. I
Go
mean,
ahead. Yeah.
it's funny for somebody that's like in the writing department at his college, excuse me, and is like supposedly a writer. I get words wrong all the time. I think I actually said, "Better not take it for granted" in a conversation the other day. I immediately corrected myself, but I just kind of had to, like, hunch down, look around, make sure nobody had, heard that, nobody had noticed, and luckily nobody did, or if they did, they were nice enough not to, tell me.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, like, you don't think about the exact words when you have those phraseologies, you take it for granted, like, you're not thinking granted, you're thinking granted, that's the way it sounds. Like, my kids
Absolutely.
used to use crowns. They would call crayons crowns. Like, "I wanna use that crown." I was like, "What are you talking about?" But, if you don't know how it's spelled or you don't think about how it's spelled, then it's granite instead of granted. So, yeah, so that's the story, right? That's how it kind of started, and then I picked one of your plots, and I said, "You know what? This probably is the best one to be the next one." Even though The other 2, I probably liked the other 2 better than this was the one I liked the least, but I like them all, obviously. But this one was the one that made the most sense to dovetail into future adventures. And so, we were able
Yeah.
to craft, what we're doing for issue number 6. And do you wanna tell them that I axed it in half and split it in 2, or
Um,
how did you feel about that? Because, I did ask you for, like, a 30 to 40 page comic because that's what I thought I wanted to do. But then when I looked at my schedule, it would have taken me through January or February, and I wanted to do an Alpha Red that could land in 2024. And so I said, "Hey Ray, what about this break in the story here?" And we build up this part of the story, and then this other one we'll do maybe the next issue, maybe we'll talk about it, but maybe the 2 issues from now or whatever, you know?
mhm.
So it made for a good break. So, I mean, I have not worked with a writer for over a decade. So how is it working with someone who holds so tightly to the reins? How is it so far?
I mean, you're fine. Like you're not giving yourself enough credit. Like you let me pitch like 3 completely crazy ideas with your character and you accepted uh one of them, and I'm still surprised that you did, honestly, because I still don't put a ton of stock in some of my crazier ideas, but I'm glad you did. And I do agree that as fun as the other 2 ideas I pitched were, they were sort of just more my ideas for like one-off ideas. Like, what if you sort of did like almost like Die Hard, but in a football stadium? I wanted to do a hockey rink, but turns out that's been done, which really bummed me out.
Yeah,
It was a movie with Jean-Claude Van
nice.
Damme, I mean.
Oh, I
Uh,
remember. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen it, but, I'm not sure if I should. Um,
Eh, it's not a complete waste. It's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
fair.
It's right up there with the rest of them.
I think the only one of his I've seen is, Street Fighter, which, I'm not sure if that's the, cream of the crop or not.
No, no, that would probably be the one to leave out if you're gonna miss one. There's people who like it. Hey, if you like it, you like it. But no,
Yeah.
Bloodsport, come on. Bloodsport and all the other iterations of Bloodsport. But yeah.
Is he
But no,
Gymkata as
those
well?
other 2 stories, don't sell yourself short. Those other 2 were fun, and that's kind of what I was looking for as the idea of Alpha Red was evolving in my head. Like I'm not as intrigued with taking it as serious as I originally planned. So it
Mhm,
really dovetails nicely into a more it transforms Alpha Red into the comic that I think is needed right now. So it became a bigger thing for me. So
mhm. Well, I'm glad you liked it because, I really enjoyed getting to sort of just I really enjoyed getting to do all this, like, crazy superhero stuff we're throwing in there. Like, I don't know sort of, what issue 7 will hold kind of thing, but I remember some of the stuff we had in that outline, and,
mhm.
oh, I just remember sort of writing, I was like, "Oh, this is just so much, like, comic book, G.I. Joe, Transformers," like, just throwing all of that stuff in there. I still can't believe it got accepted, so I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm
Yeah,
really excited for this issue. I'm like, when I think about sort of what we've got in it, like, I don't know how much, you want me to give away, but I'm really excited for sort of the potential of, this issue.
yeah, yeah. No, we you introduce a villain that can be something super huge, and
Mhm.
I'm excited to explore that a little bit. We kind of
Yeah.
get his origin story, but he has more than one, you know, origin story, right? So
Mhm.
it's neat that you take the one part of his origin, and then when it hits with the other part of his origin, and it creates this new origin for the current villain. I think we can go in so many directions with him, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I love drawing him. I love
Mhm.
like the I don't know if it was you who came up with who the villain like who could inspire the villain, but then I was just like throwing every villain into the pot, and I was like, oh, he could be a little bit like this. He could be like this. So I was
Um,
excited.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't think I had a ton of stuff on the visual because I was just like, okay, I want to do like I don't really want to do a sympathetic supervillain. Like it's not like, oh, he went down the wrong path. I kind of just wanted to do like a megalomaniacal supervillain. Like he's just evil for the sake of being evil kind of thing. Like the phrase that
Yeah.
kept sort of
Yeah.
running
So
through my head is he wants to be the man who stands on the rubble that's left after he destroys humanity. Like that's the kind of villain he is. Like he wants to stand on the rubble of the world.
yeah. So I think maybe that's a
Yeah.
good
Oh,
segue to tell us a little bit about what kind of comics you read and what kind of comics influence your writing. Because it's a it's not what I thought. I mean, I thought young people they like manga, they like whatever, but it's like the opposite. So tell us a little bit about what you like to read and what inspires you.
wow. That's a great question, and I'm always up to talk about the different comics I like. I I have like a few like visual aids at the side here, but I didn't actually bring anything that I read, unfortunately. But and I do read manga a little bit. A good friend of mine is trying to sort of get me more into it. He got me a lot of volume ones, and I'm really excited to read them because I've been reading up on manga, and apparently they're doing a lot of things that mainstream American comics aren't. And I want to learn those things so I can
Right.
use them for my writing to sort of become a better writer.
Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but the
Let me
stuff I
answer
read,
this. Let me
sorry,
answer, Matthew right here real quick because, we're 7 minutes away from launch. So
sure
I don't
thing.
wanna get, lost in too far lost. I mean, we can hang out, like, after I hit the buttons and we're raring to go. But, is this issue going to be included in the graphic novel? So I have the trade paperback, Matthew. This is one of the more rare ones, one of the more rare rewards, and then I have a hardback of issues 1 through 5. So this is 1 through 5, this is 1 through 5. Issue number 6 is its, standalone. There's a lot of, catch-up tiers that you can choose from to get it, and then you get a free copy of Alpha Red, number 6. So, go ahead. What, you were talking manga and how you can use manga in other kinds of storytelling?
Well, that's something I'm hoping to do. I haven't had enough time to research it yet, but I grew up reading so many comics, like the original Superman, the Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby Captain America, the original Batman comics. But I also grew up watching like lots of cartoons, like Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Batman the Brave and the Bold, Batman the Animated Series. Like I consumed a lot of superhero media, and like some of my favorite comics would have to be Big Bang Comics. Like I loved those comics growing up. I still love them today. I get to work for them every now and then, which is really awesome. And
That's cool.
a big one for me was in high school. I read a lot of Invincible. I'm sure
Okay.
people have heard of that because of the
Yeah.
Amazon Prime TV
Invincible was
show. And I
huge.
sort of, sorry,
Yeah. Yeah, no, Invincible was huge. Even
yeah,
when as it was coming out, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it spilled into MTV, and then it spilled into Prime, and now it's everywhere.
yeah. I was reading it in high school, and it was this just niche comic that I loved because it reminded me of all the other superhero comics I had read, which is what I think makes it a brilliant comic because it's all superhero comics in one. But
Right.
and then the TV show came out and all my friends started watching it, and finally this like little niche thing that I loved was this huge sensation that we could watch together, which was a great experience for me. And it's been a bit of a
Yeah.
gateway. Like my friends like the show, so a few of them have started reading the comics, and then I'm like, well, if you like this, then you'll like that kind of thing, and it's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Alright,
Frank
so
Miller's work cannot be understated as an influence for
okay,
me. Batman Year One
okay,
is
yeah.
probably my favorite Batman comic.
Okay.
I
Well,
love
let's
his stuff.
segue into the campaign then, so that
Right on.
people can get a little bit of a sneak peek. So for this campaign, um, I wanted to try putting it on all three platforms because the strategy that I heard, or the mindset that I heard about, was that anybody who was on Indiegogo would never leave Indiegogo to to go to Kickstarter to look for um, more indie comics. So they would spend all their money on Indiegogo. You're not going to get an Indiegogo customer if you're only on Kickstarter. So why don't you put your stuff on Indiegogo and see who will pick it up? So and vice versa for Indiegogo fans going to Kickstarter. So I don't know if I did that right, but then comes along Fund My Comic, and I want to root for them too because I love having alternatives to any kind of mainstream thing. So those are the three that I chose, and I was thinking about how to make it unique for each one. So I picked three homage covers, and I said, how do I put this thing together where it is where people can maybe search it out and they can have fun hunting it down and discovering that there are three different covers that they can choose from. So your Frank Miller here for Dark Knight Returns, that would be found over at the Indiegogo um, site. That's their exclusive cover. And then on Kickstarter, we have the New Mutants 98 homage cover. And that was just, I love Deadpool for a long time. Don't like him as much anymore. A little bit of potty mouth for me, but everybody else loves him. So, and then Fun My Comic has Invincible Iron Man number 150, where this is Iron Man versus Doctor Doom. Who's heard Iron Man and Doctor Doom in the past month here? So yeah. And real quick with the covers, so you get a an issue of Alpha Red number 6, the regular cover, for free when you pick any of these exclusive covers from any of the other sites. And if you are a super fan and you get all three covers, because I can't save on the shipping, you get extra free um, an extra free comic, a 60-page all art virgin cover of all these homage covers will be in there, and you get it free along with the three different covers. So that is how I want to reward the people who go on all three platforms. So it is almost time, and this is what it looks like. It is ready to go here. All I have to do is hit this launch project button, and then think I'm ready over here. Launch campaign on Indiegogo, and on Fund My Comic, it's automatically set to go. So let me see if I can do a countdown here. We got less than 10 seconds, guys, and then I'm going to do Kickstarter first, and then 3, 2, 1, 8 o'clock. Bamski, drum roll, and while it's rolling the drum there, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to hop over here, hit the launch button over here.
Drum roll.
Launching, and then let's see if launched. I can't tell.
It says
Does it campaign has not started? Let's see if I just refresh. If I refresh, I'm refreshing. They're all spinning. Come on, baby. I wish I had a drum roll sound here.
I tried to do it with some pens just on the desk here, but I'm not sure how that turned out.
Drop the link. Drop the link. What does that mean, Matthew?
He wants you to drop the link to the Kickstarter, Fund My Comic,
Drop the
etc., just
link.
in the group chat. I can do that if you'd like.
Oh yeah. So they're all right here. Want to go to Kickstarter? Just go to alphacomic.com. If you want to go to Indiegogo, go to jamesq.net. Let me see. Yep, see there. These are the things.
All right, I just pulled it
I
up
don't know
on
if
my
you can see that.
computer, and it is live on Kickstarter.
alpharedcomic.com takes you into Indiegogo and live on Kickstarter, baby.
Woohoo!
So, Fund My Comic looks live. So this might be a good time to tell you about some of the of one stuff. Oops. Let's do that. Let's do that. It is ready to go. Share on Facebook. Why not? Hit the button and watch it do nothing. But there are some one of one things if you want to run to if you're into the more rare stuff on the screen here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna trust that it all went through. But here is
yeah, I think, Matthew
so
asked how
on
he can get.
Indiegogo, there's only one of these. Go ahead, Ray. What did Matthew say?
Oh, he
How
just
do I get
says,
the Jack Burton cover? Yep. So the Jack Burton cover is the Jack Burton cover is limited. So there are only 15. So there are 5 available on each platform. So and once they're gone, they're gone. There's a total of 40 that were printed, and that goes away. That goes away. So if you if it runs out on my comic, and there should be 5 more available. So the hardcover here is very limited. There's only 5 left. I put 3 on Kickstarter and 1 on Indiegogo and 1 on Fund My Comic. So if you're on either one of those, there's only one of one. And I try to make it all the same price. But if you've ever used Fund My Comic, it's a little different than the other two. There's no add-ons, so to get it didn't affect this tier quite the same as the other ones, but it was really hard to I don't know weeds. It's just different in a way that is not um, explainable. I don't know. I didn't like it, but I don't want to throw shade on my comic. It's just different. I have to think about it differently. But this is also something that is very rare. There's only one on Kickstarter. No, there's 0 on Kickstarter. There's only 1 set on Indiegogo and 1 set on Fund My Comic. And there were only 25 of each of these covers made. And so that goes away. And if you're into original art, the cover to issue number 4, which is this tank thing. Let me jump out of here. This tank thing, Omega Black. You can get him on Indiegogo. So he's one of only 3 covers that are still available. Of course, issue number 6 cover is available on Kickstarter. So if you're into original art, that's where you're going to want to go for the most rare one. And then this cover I used for the foil, one of the foil covers, and that is on Fund My Comic. So those are the one of ones. So if you're into the more rare rewards, that's where you're going to want to beat everybody to the punch. And also to let you know about the rareness of the exclusive covers, like this is the Kickstarter exclusive New Mutants number 98. However many backers there are is however many I'm going to print. And once the campaign closes, that's the number that will be in existence. And I will never, there are, I'll put a number, and there's 20, 25, 30. I'll put 1 of 30, 2 of 30, 3 of 30, and they will be numbered in the order that they were backed. So if you want the number 1, you got to back early. So that is the cover for the Kickstarter. And if I go back to this one here, the screen. And there we go. This is the Fund My Comic cover. And if there's only 20 of them, then I only do 20, and it'll be 1 of 20, 2 of 20. So
I
let me
love
see
that
if
cover.
anybody share. Yeah, the Iron Man one.
Yeah.
So good.
I
They're all
love that
good. I
cover,
mean,
love that comic.
you're the one who suggested the Iron Man cover, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
suggested sort of an homage to that, Spider-Man Hobgoblin issue before, but then I sort of just had that Iron Man
So
comic,
Ray,
up.
uh, tell us, which one is your favorite? I'm gonna go grab. Uh,
Um, okay, I think he was saying he was just gonna duck out for a second. I didn't catch all of that, but, wow, so there's the 3 homage covers. We've got a New Mutants '98, we've got a Dark Knight Returns, and then we've got a Invincible Iron Man, and, personally for me, my favorite's gotta be the Invincible Iron Man variant because, well,
and then New
I
Mutants
suggested
number
it and
98.
it's sorry? Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna do the other one that you suggested anyway too. The what was it? Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, the Hobgoblin one?
I was gonna do the other one that you
Oh,
suggested.
awesome,
The the Amazing Spider-Man
awesome.
183, something like that. But yeah,
I'm looking forward to that, and, hi, Ralph, what's up?
I was gonna do that, but then you came back and what's
Right.
going on? Yeah, let me see. Just launched right now. Boom. Ralph says okay. He says gotta get it, gotta get it. Ralph says, "What's up, Ray?"
Hey, Ralph, how's it going?
And yeah, so 2 backers, $95. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Hopefully it is it's working the way it should be working.
Fingers
And
crossed.
so I'm excited. I'm excited. So Ray, have you had any of your books Ray, have you ever had any of your books crowdfunded?
Um, shoot, let me
I
think
can't
about
tell
that.
if Ray is frozen or not.
I'm here. I'm here.
It looks like he's frozen.
Hello? Hello?
So I'm gonna boom. I'm gonna take that off, and it looks like Ray is frozen. I might just have.
Hello?
I'm just gonna take. Hey, are you there? You were
Hey,
frozen
I'm
for a
here.
while there. Can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, can you hear me?
All right, all right. So we're gonna pop over here. I want to thank the 2 backers who jumped on the Kickstarter, and I just wanted to show
Thank you.
people here some of the other cool swag that is available. If you get in just shirts and stuff, this will be the evergreen shirt. This is the one that I'm going to want to leave up and make available. But the other ones, I'm not going to make available after the campaign. So during the campaign only, you'll get exclusive t-shirts and stuff for the campaign. Like this one, I'll leave up because this is the regular cover for Alpha Red number 6. So that you'll be able to pick up after the campaign. But if you're looking for so just wanted to make it unique for anybody who knowingly is paying a little bit extra um, for the during the campaign. And so that's why I wanted to give backer a free version, a free issue of the regular cover. So you're not having to buy a regular cover too. So this is Dark Knight Returns,
That's
and
awesome.
the other one didn't come in yet. Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about
Would
it.
you mind
I'm
throwing up
wearing
the
them all
New
over the house.
Mutant Sorry, would you mind throwing up the New
You want to
Mutants
see
one
that?
again? You froze, for that part, so, I don't think everybody got to see it, and it's a great cover, so we wanna make sure everybody gets a chance to see it in its full glory.
Yeah, I was excited about this one.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
wearing. I think this was the first one I wore around. I was very
That's
excited about
awesome.
wearing that
I can't wait to get my hands on one of those.
around the house. Yeah, it's like alpha red all the time here at my house. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. Very excited.
I'll have to get my hands on one of those,
So
pretty quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You just let me know. We'll work some stuff out. I really appreciate working with you, and so if I've got some extra, I've got so many around the house. I might just. Hopefully you're a large. Are you a large or a
Definitely.
extra large? Okay.
Large is perfect.
So yeah. So I'll if I have any laying around because my wife doesn't want me to wear it everywhere every day. I'll have an alpha red shirt for every day for every occasion, and she's not that much of a fan. She puts up with it, but she's not that big a fan. But we have a third. We're up to
That's
175 on the. Uh,
awesome.
on Kickstarter, and if I fund my comic, so fund my comic has well maybe I just refresh it because net can handle all this action. My internet just can't handle. Look who's in the house, Mr. Bill Rock is in the house. The New Mutants homage is great. I appreciate that, Bill. I appreciate that. I'm just copying everything that Bill does over at Grok. A lot of homage covers and just posting every day, all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Some
I got a
Grok
couple of Grok
love for you,
comics over
Bill.
here.
Grok love.
Yeah.
So very
Um,
freezing. Yeah, sorry, Ralph. Yeah, it just I don't know. I don't know what the technology is doing, but
yeah. Hey, sorry, I
hey,
just have to run to
Rojo.
the
Who's
washroom.
Rojo?
I'll
Is
be
that
right back.
Roland Ho, my brother? Okay, sounds good, man. Sounds
Be
good.
right back.
All right, Roland. Yeah, I assume I assume that is you, my brother Roland, from way back. Are you down in Kentucky? Is that where you are now? Ran away from the Northeast? Awesome. My brother, my brother ordered one from everyone. You're getting so I don't know if you were here, Roland, if you heard that anybody who is a super fan who orders from all three sites automatically for free gets a comic that has just the art. So it's going to be a virgin cover. So that means no trade dress. It'll have no words. And you open it up, it'll be the black and white version, and then you'll have all the pencils, all the inks, and all the colors on all the pages. So it'll be a 64 page order all three covers or order from all three sites because I couldn't do anything with the shipping to take it off. So I want you to have something extra, and so that'll be even more rare because with each exclusive cover, I'm only printing up the amount that are backed during the campaign. So, like I said before, if there's 20 or 30 people, it'll be one of 20, one of 30, or whatever, and they are going to be numbered in the order that they were backed. So So I don't know if Roland got one of each. Roland got the one. So
I'm
that's
back.
awesome. Brother Roland, always there. Always there. He's back. He back. All right.
Yeah.
Bring him back in here
Yeah.
because he's too
Um,
handsome to hide. There he is.
If I could just say about the Dark Knight Returns homage for a second, I think that's
Sure.
the Invincible Iron Man one is probably my favorite. Just, I mean, I suggested it, so I'm a little biased. But I think the Dark Knight Returns one is the most interesting because there's a scene in the comic that's so similar to it. Like, we have a scene in the comic where they do sort of jump
It
out of the
is,
sky,
it is.
Wingman and Alpha Red sort of falling, or sort of like a not falling, more like falling with style down towards sort of an unknown battle as the lightning strikes around them. So it's a scene that happens in the comic. So I think it's really cool that we were able to sort of like go back and sort of do the homage after we included that. Which credit to that goes to you, like fully to you. I say we, but that was your
You're
idea.
freezing
I
up
should take
there,
credit for it.
Ray. So I'm gonna show him what you're talking about. I'm gonna show him the
All
scene
right.
in the comic. These are pages from the yeah. They jump out in the middle of a storm and, bad things happen. Bad
And
things happen. So
Krakakathum.
this is yeah.
And there he is, Dr. Disastro.
So like I said, I'm super excited for you guys to see this stuff. Yeah, I apologize for all the freezing, Ralph. My internet, I was doing this afternoon, and I was just like, please, please, please make it through. But it is painful, and it's even more painful when and I don't know what you can see or what you can hear. So it's very frustrating, very, very frustrating. What's going on, Spicer? Thank you for showing up, brother. Thank you for showing up. I am super excited about Alpha Red. I hope you can support it, and I'm glad to see you over here. And yes, I'm excited to share all this artwork. Like, let me see if I have. Yeah, I have the colors.
Oh, there we
So the
go.
colors started coming in, and he is up to Ray. I don't think you even seen all the colors yet. So not all of them are approved yet. The last 2 pages are. Yeah, I think this one is approved. I don't know. Did you get to see this one yet, Ray?
I think I have,
Ray's
because
frozen.
I remember it came back in and I
But
haven't
he's
seen
doing
this one
great
yet.
work. You have?
It's
Okay.
terrific.
Yeah, I try to send it to you. I try to remember to send it right to you so that I don't forget. But
I really appreciate it.
yeah, this is the
And,
latest. I asked them for some changes. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
But
just trying to
yeah,
remember what
I'm
dialogue
I'm
I have
so
for those.
excited to share this with you guys.
Keeps
Yeah,
happening.
how
Sorry
about you
about that.
share about how it is? Yeah. No, because I feel bad for you because I keep coming up with ideas. I look at your breakdown of the pages because we're working like Marvel style, and we're doing
Mhm.
breakdowns, and I just say to myself, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if I did this right here?" And then I just imagine when I show you, because the first couple pages I showed you, you're like, "Oh, are you doing a different book?" I'm like, "No, no, no. This is our book. This is our book. This is." Let me tell you a little bit about what I just did
No,
to make some changes. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
I
no,
always,
I feel
really
bad
appreciate it.
for a guy working with a guy who's not worked with a writer in a long time.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah. No, you've been a good sport for sure. You've been a good sport, and I really appreciate your flexibility. And I don't know if that's your personality or if it's just because you're scared of me. I hope I'm not
um,
scary. I hope I'm not like a dictator. But
no, not at all, and I really appreciate when you sort of, send me a bit of,
no, I don't know if you're freezing.
sorry, can you hear me?
Oh,
Uh,
guys,
can you hear me?
so I don't want to keep walking on top of Ray. So I might end it here, guys. I appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate you, Spicer. Like 6 seconds apart. That's painful. That is painful, and I hate that. So, Ray, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna drop you, and then I'll work my way through the last 10 minutes here, showing you some stuff, and then that way we can save the people here from putting up with all the delays. So,
Sounds good. Sounds
but
good. I
thank
will.
you for sticking around. Thank you for coming with me. Thank you for writing. All right, and then hopefully that'll speed things up and then make things a little less confusing. So I'd love to hear anything that you guys are wondering. I got this New Mutants 98 up. I don't know if you guys were around the whole time, but there are four different covers, but three exclusive covers. Whoops, jumped too far. Three exclusive covers on the three different platforms. The Dark Knight Returns exclusive is on Indiegogo. The New Mutants 98 exclusive is on Kickstarter. And the Iron Man 150 exclusive is on Fund My Comic. So with all of those three, with any one of those, you get a free Alpha Red #6 regular cover. So I didn't want anybody to pick between the exclusive cover or the regular cover. So you get them both for $25, and that includes shipping, guys. That includes the shipping if you're in the U.S. So I apologize. He gets to pay a little bit extra. Actually, I'm going to send as part of his contract. I'm going to send him some comics. So, and maybe some T-shirts and stuff. So can do. I can hear Ray. Okay. Uh, Conversation is 6 seconds apart. Thank you for letting me know, Spicer. And I can too. I'm not sure what that is for, but let's jump back in here and see if there are any more people. My comic. I bought a URL called shopalphared.com. So Fund My Comic is shopalphared.com. Indiegogo, if you want to go over to the Indiegogo site, that'll be jamesq.net if you like to shop on Indiegogo. And if you like Kickstarter, go to alpharedcomic.com. That'll take you to Kickstarter. So looks like we got still rolling, the only person on Fund My Comic. Let me see if I can click these buttons. 4 people on Kickstarter. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up on the first day. It's 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night. And I appreciate you guys getting you're getting me jazzed up. So I mean, I was already jazzed up. Ray and I have been like anticipating this day, launch day, for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm excited for you guys to see some of this stuff. And I am in the beginning. And so if I haven't said it, why I'm collecting the money. So I've been fundraising throughout the year already. So I have enough to complete the project, to complete Alpha Red #6. Really, what I'm to print Alpha Red #6 uh, using offset printing as opposed to on-demand printing. So I have to order more, but I will pay less per book than for the 2,000 comics that I want to order. And with that, I will be able to uh, make more money per comic. I'd still have to hustle to sell those comics, but that profit is going to be easier to get and easier to pour back into the new Alpha Red. So that's the thinking behind it. You know, you got to kind of figure out what is the most business savvy way to raise funds for more Alpha Red. So I guess I do. I was talking to somebody about it. I think I was on my live stream yesterday, my draw stream, and I mean, it helps me pay for my comics, but you know, that's $10 a week or whatever. So but it all goes into this pot that has to pay for itself. What you call it? My hobby has to pay for itself. So that's what you're helping out with, is to get to help me fundraise for the future, for future Alpha Reds. So Alpha Red number 6 is pretty much paid for. I have it in a savings thing, and as Andrew Kramer, the colorist, is finishing the colors for each page, I pay him, and then I haven't begun to pay the letterer, Josh Shelton. So whenever I'll probably just send him the whole thing in the beginning, but he only charges me $10 a page, so that's $200. I'll probably throw him a couple extra bucks or whatever. But that's what the purpose of raising the money for on Kickstarter and Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. So so that it can exist and it can be sold to more people and feed its future self. So let's look at, did I get a number on? Yay, got one backer on Indiegogo. Thanks. That must have been Mr. Roland Ho. So there are some, like I said, some exclusive covers, exclusive rewards and perks. Those are the normal ones. Unlimited. This is a limited edition. There's only 5 on each campaign, so there's only 15 left, and there's only 40 that was printed at the beginning of this year, and once they're gone, they're gone. So a hardcover, if you're into hardcovers, like I have one for myself, but there are 3 on Kickstarter, 1 on Indiegogo, and 1 on Fund My Comic, and I'm going to have a dust jacket for them this time. And this is the 1-of-1 original cover to Alpha Red number 4, and that is Omega Black standing over Alpha Red. One of my favorites. They're all I love the covers. So, but you can even get, I don't know if there's anywhere that you can check out this bigger, but this is the drawing for the exclusive. Oh, it did open. Does it open up to a bigger picture? Maybe. I can't wait. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, we're down here on the hour, and I just really appreciate you guys hanging out and supporting me. This is amazing. It's been a long time coming. I was telling Ray as we were starting, we're on the roller coaster. We're headed to the top, and hopefully by the time the hour ends, we're alive and we have smiles on our faces. So there were some ups and downs because of all the technical difficulties, but hopefully it's been holding out since we were able to drop down to just one person and we're not all that uncomfortableness. But thank you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna close out with Ray's in the chat. Mr. Ray MacKay is in the chat. So I'm gonna go out with the intro, or the the video, if I can go out with the video for Indiegogo. All right, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and have a great evening. Until next time, grace and peace.
After the explosive conclusion of Alpha Red Comics number 5 comes a bold new chapter in the hero's story. Having barely saved the world from Satan's army of robotic warriors, Wes, aka Alpha Red, hoped he was going to take some time off to recover and reflect on the path life is leading him down. But the time for reflection is short-lived when Alpha Red is called into action by a Supermax prison breakout. The supervillain, Dr. Disastro, has re-emerged and is enacting a plan to destroy the world by harnessing catastrophic weather events. Our champion is forced to jump right back into the fight, but will he perish in the face of this villain's master plan to turn the weather itself into a weapon? And what sinister hand is lurking behind this scheme? Find out in Alpha Red Comics number 6, A Recipe for Disastro. This issue guest stars Alpha Red's new gunslinging guardian angel, Wingman. The new dynamic duo will have to brave the storm as they discover what makes A Recipe for Disastro.
With courage in his heart, a beacon of hope, he's ready to start. With faith as his armor and a fire in his soul, Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red, Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red, Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. So stand tall with courage, let your faith lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget, the world is protected by our hero, Alpha Red. Alpha Red. Alpha Red.